XRP has done it again. There's so much that's been happening this week, and we need to highlight all of them in this video. We have a lot to talk about today, and it's time to see XRP with 2 digits. We have some really good stuff, and you will see that with this month, XRP has the likelihood of reaching that 2 digits. First of all, let's roll that intro. Hello there, and welcome to MoneySide, your favorite crypto channel. If you are new here, please hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications so you get updates whenever we drop a new video. To my MoneySide fam, this is your chance to show us some love. So don't forget to like this video if you find it informative, and also comment in the section below. Now that that's over, let's get down to business. Well, it's September. I don't think we will have to continue with this lawsuit past middle of the month. Maybe afterwards, XRP will head straight to the moon. Reborn shared a tweet showing his analysis of the way XRP is about to behave. And as much as we are going to go deep into detail about the price movement of XRP at the end of this video, it doesn't hurt to acknowledge this concept. From what he shared, XRP is about to head straight to the moon in the next few months, and that will change the game completely. The SEC is the only body that's holding back the future of XRP. And once they let this crypto be, the coin will likely turn most crypto holders into millionaires, if not billionaires. Another tweet that highlights a lot about what is happening with the SEC is this one, shared by Digital Asset Buy, which reads, "We want a level playing field. The SEC can't have one set of rules for one digital asset and another for the rest." Already given up on the Wall Street media. Where are you, Congress? Representative Tom Emmer, Representative Maxine Waters, E. Warren. The SEC is currently unfair to Ripple and keeps treating this crypto company differently. That's doing too much when it comes to regulating the crypto market. Without a doubt, the SEC is supposed to protect the whole crypto community and treat everyone the same. Here's another article. A tweet that also talks about what is happening in the SEC is this one from Backup Bradley. Recently granted amicus curiae to the court for Ripple v. SEC Lila Tesler and former SEC staffer at Token Summit 3rd, New York, 2018. Just days before the Hinman speech, retweet follow, Alder Toy, and some other addresses. It says that shows the SEC is not sure how to handle cryptocurrency. More importantly, this regulatory body is also trying to hide skeletons in their closet. It's true, the SEC has a lot of dark secrets, and now this court case is bringing all that out. An article published on Nairametrics.com goes in detail about what is happening. Ripple, the creators of the XRP token, has been ordered to produce 1 million missing Slack messages between its employees. This order comes after the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, petitioned Ripple to hand them over. I'm sure supporters of the SEC are now celebrating this win, but I honestly don't think there's any information that can be found in these documents. The SEC is just trying to grasp at straws because they've seen that Ripple is coming for them. All guns a-blazing. The article continues to say, the SEC stated that Ripple had agreed to produce this information at the beginning of the discovery phase, but they later changed their minds, stating that the exercise is an extensive and costly phishing expedition that will take up significant time and resources. Ripple stated that it would cost up to $1 million to produce these messages, but Judge Sarah Netburn deemed the messages critical and unique evidence for the SEC's ongoing case against the multi-billion-dollar company for selling unregistered securities. The unfortunate part about retrieving these messages is the cost that comes with it. The SEC should have been a bit considerate, but hey, it's the SEC. They only do what's good for them. According to the order, Ripple now has to produce Slack messages from 22 custodians listed out by the SEC. The order further ruled that Slack messages are relevant to both parties, and Ripple's perceived burden is outweighed by its previous agreement to produce the same. This order from the judge comes after the SEC was compelled to release some documents during the conference call held on the 31st of August regarding the SEC's privilege dispute. The judge also ordered the regulatory watchdog to produce internal documents regarding discussions over the nature of XRP and Ethereum, for which she will hold an in-camera interview. What you should know? Well, the lawsuit began December 2020 when the SEC filed against Ripple, alleging that Brad Garlinghouse and co-founder and former CEO Chris Larsen had been conducting an unregistered, ongoing digital asset securities offering with their XRP token sales. This caused the XRP token to nosedive by over 50% when the news broke, as investors panic sold the cryptocurrency. XRP has, however, recovered since then, trading nearly $2 at the peak of the bull run before the May 2021 crash. In June, Brad Garlinghouse and Chris Larson filed a twin motion to dismiss the SEC case by petitioning international authorities to request documents from several other non-US based crypto exchanges, including Bitstamp, Ubi, and Upbit. These documents requested from these exchanges are expected to exonerate the pair from all charges. XRP is trading at $1.27 as of the time of this writing, up over 16% in the last 7 days, as the altcoin market maintains bullish stature. Next, we have this tweet from @Ripple and XRP that says, evasive responses must be treated as a failure to disclose, answer, or respond. The letter added, putting further pressure on the SEC, which has been quite evasive in regarding to its deliberative process. Ripple is pushing hard for clarity. He further shares a tweet that talks about how Ripple cornered the SEC with a motion on how Howey test applies to XRP. Looking at that article, we can see that Ripple and Chris Larson have filed a motion to compel the SEC to answer the defendants' interrogatories seeking binding representations from the SEC as to how it contends Howey applies to this case, as well as identification of the factual support, if any, for these contentions. This is absolutely basic information, essential to the defense, the letter continued. Rule 33 requires the SEC to answer each interrogatory separately and fully, and in a manner that is as specific as possible and not evasive, in order to minimize uncertainty concerning the scope of the SEC's claims. Evasive responses must be treated as a failure to disclose, answer, or respond, the letter added, putting further pressure on the SEC, which has been quite evasive in regarding to its deliberative process. Well, we can all agree that this motion, as well as many others before, aim to further strengthen Ripple's argument that the SEC failed to provide fair notice that XRP could be deemed a security, therefore under the scope of the regulator. It has been increasingly debated if the Howey test can be used to determine the nature of digital assets, as the emergent asset class seems to follow different rules altogether, in the eyes of many experts. While SEC Chair Gary Gensler reiterates that Howey works for crypto, a number of academics have said otherwise, including in Rutgers Law School and the American Enterprise Institute, suggesting a different approach to digital assets. Let's be honest, the SEC is on the hunt for XRP and Ripple, but the end game for this is not defined. That's because the SEC seems like it has a hidden agenda to how they are planning to tackle Ripple. And here's the most intriguing part. What will happen with Ripple right now will act as the benchmark of what will happen with the whole crypto market in the future. That's because the SEC are planning to use this as a way to draft crypto rules. When, and I insist, when Ripple wins, XRP will end up being the crypto that rules them all. XRP is designed to become the head of the whole crypto nation, and that's a fact. The only difference right now is that it's going through a tough stage with the SEC, but other governments have already decided to work hand in hand with RippleNet. And we all know RippleNet can't exist without XRP. If you are an XRP supporter and possibly holder, all you have to do is wait. As we've seen several times in the crypto market, patience pays. XRP will head straight to 2 digits before the end of this month and possibly keep soaring higher. In the meantime, the SEC sounds like the biggest challenge this company has to face. But have you asked yourself, why is North America the only government opposing XRP? Food for thought. Well, time now, let's check out the technical analysis. XRP's price is trending up. The triangle formed, that's shown in green, and price may be breaking out of it to the upside. Watch for strong daily candle close with some volume behind it. The hidden bullish divergence showed up on the RSI. The stochastic RSI looks ready to head back up. The 1.618 fib level not shown is around $1.75. We have different potential barriers. If Bitcoin USD or Ethereum USD sell off, this could affect XRP USD. It seems we don't often get a retest on breakouts, so missing a big, fast move is possible. There is local resistance around the $1.30 to $1.35 zone that the price needs to overcome in order to reach the $1.60 resistance zone. Good luck, guys. Have fun, and remember, always trade safely. Please keep in mind, we're not a licensed financial advisor. All videos on the channel are intended for entertainment purposes only. Tell us what you think in the comment section below. Maybe make a prediction about how high you think XRP will go. Let's have a conversation. Thanks again for watching, and don't forget to like this video and to click on the subscribe button. Turn on notifications, that way you get informed whenever we drop our amazing content. Thanks again, and we'll see you in the next video.